Jackets win 3-0 over the Boston Bruins, and Elvis has his second shutout in as many games. In this game, I felt like the defense played a little bit more structured in front of Elvis. Elvis had to make many big saves. He had to make some because they still had Pasternak and Marchand and Bergeron. Pasternak only had, I think, 2 shots all night. And so the Jackets did a good job of shutting down that line, so the workload wasn't as strong for Elvis. He still had to make some key saves, and he came through in a big way. Now, there was a little thing with Benjamin Rask. We'll get into that once we start the game. But as a whole, Jackets played really well. They got some pucks on Halak, and they did a great job penalty killing. It's been one of their strong suits for a while now, but they shut down the Bruins. The Bruins had 4 opportunities, and they didn't score on any of them. And going into this game, the Bruins had scored at least 1 power play goal in 14 consecutive games. So for the Jackets to shut that down is huge. On one of the power plays, they shut him down so much. I think it was the last one. They didn't get a shot. The Bruins, you could tell, were frustrated because that's how they work. They get power play and go bam and score a goal. And now they have momentum and bam, another one, bam, another one, bam, another one, and just build off their power play. And when it gets shut down like that, they have nothing to build off of. But starting off first period, Jackets come out, apply some pressure in the offensive zone, moving the puck around really well. Benstrom goes from behind the net. Rask is on the left post, looking that way because the puck's in the corner. And Benstrom is cutting through the top of the crease. And as he cuts through the top of the crease, Carlo gives him a cross check on the back. Now, before I get into everything and trajectories and stuff, I'm going through the whole thing. Carlo cross checks him in the back. Benstrom's elbow comes out a little bit. Benstrom's stick gets caught on Krug. His elbow comes out a little bit more as his stick kind of bends, and Benstrom hits Rask in the head with his elbow. That was reckless. Benstrom should have been penalized for that. It should have been goal interference, head to the head, something. But kick from the game? No. Suspension? No. It's just one of those things where Rask got hit in the head, and he happened to get injured. Everybody missed the hit. All they saw was Rask is down. And what happened? Why is Rask down? Even Carlo, who was right behind Benstrom, did not realize he hit Rask in the head. But for the rest to miss that, if Carlo doesn't see it, it's easy for them to understand that the rest missed. And I've seen some stuff online like, oh, Benstrom's a dirty player. That's headhunting. No, he's not a dirty player. He has 2 penalty minutes all season long. And yes, he's only played 30 games. And I saw some stuff online saying, oh, Blue Jackets fans clearly know Benstrom after only 30 games. Yes, you can tell by certain players. Tom Wilson, 30 games into this career, you're like, yep, he's going to be a dirty player. And with other players, you can tell they're not going to be a dirty player. Nicholas Backstrom, yep, you're not a dirty player. Just not. And there's some people, there's a middle ground, it takes a little bit longer, but there's some people, it's right away, you can tell. And Benstrom is one of those guys, right away, he's not a headhunter, he's not that type of person. This was just a fluke accident, and Rask happened to get hit. Benstrom was careless. He should have been penalized for goal interference, but I don't see anything more than that. But after that, the entire game, Bruins were running Benstrom. Pucks way up the ice. They're throwing hits. They're throwing cross-checks in the back, and that's how Benstrom got injured the last time. Brian Boyle just cross-checks in the back, and he was out 4 to 6 weeks. And there was at least 7 cross-checks in the back. And so, but all the Boston fans go, oh, fluke accident that Benstrom should have been penalized for. That's horrible. 7, 8, 10 cross-checks that were thrown to Benstrom's backs, the multiple attacks to Benstrom, the late hits to Benstrom, those are all fine because of an accident. The hypocrisy with Bruin fans, I know I'm probably going to get flack for this, but I don't care. Last year in the playoffs, Marchand breaks Atkinson's stick. All I saw online were people going, that's wrong. Bruins fans saying, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about, refs miss stuff. Marchand punches Harrington in the back of the head. On purpose and intentional, people going, hey, that's wrong, you can't do that, that should be penalized. Bruins fans saying, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about, refs missed up. McAvoy jumping into Josh Anderson, clearly a head hit, he got suspended by the league for a game, didn't matter to Jackets fans because that was the last game the Jackets got to play. Should have been kicked from the game, only got a 5-minute penalty, and people going, he should be kicked from the game, head contact was the main point, he meant to do that. And Bruins fans saying, shut up, you know what you're talking about, refs miss stuff. And so if you don't like my beginning stuff on Benstrom and how he's not a dirty player, it's an accident, and he should have been penalized for it, and the Bruins players chasing down Benstrom all night and attacking him is wrong, I have something to say to you. Shut up, you know what you're talking about, refs miss stuff. I hope Rask is okay, I hope he heals up fast. I hope he doesn't miss too many games. I know the Bruins are going on the bye week soon, and then it's the All-Star break. So hopefully this doesn't affect the Bruins too much, but this was a fluke accident, and unfortunately it's going to cost the Bruins their goalie. But now, a lot comes in for Rask, and the Jackets get out, they start to attack, and it's back and forth, and the Jackets start to apply the pressure and start to attack Halak and get some shots on net. A little over halfway through the first period, the play's on the wall, and Gerby does a good job. He breaks up from the Bruins, and he pokes it down to Stenlund. Stenlund sends it around the net to Savard. Savard just flips it out of the zone. Well, as soon as Stenlund gets the puck, Gerby had taken off out of the zone. So the puck's coming in the air, it lands, Gerby picks it up, he enters the zone, stops, and waits for some reinforcements. Well, the reinforcements are Gavrikov and Wennberg. Gerby sends over Gavrikov. Gavrikov immediately gets it back to Wennberg. Wennberg catches it, crowds it, steps around a defender, shoots it, it beats Halak, and the Jackets lead 1-0. Wennberg's 4th goal of the year, 2nd in as many games. Gerby is having himself a season in the NHL. It was a great breakup in the offensive zone. Good job getting up the ice. Good job seeing Gavrikov, and good job getting the pass over to Gavrikov. Was through a bunch of players, and he just hit it right on his tape. Gavrikov didn't have to do anything, and he just got right back to Wennberg. Wennberg, nice little move to get toward the front of the net and beat Halak. But now the Jackets have a lead, and they start to smother the offense for the Bruins more. They're taking away more of their chances, breaking up stuff as the Bruins start to come out of the zone, and really causing them fits the rest of the night. But the Jackets end the first period up 1-0. Come out for the second period. First half of it was Jackets. They were in the offensive zone. They're buzzing around. They're getting shots. Halak was making some big saves. Bruins really couldn't do too much. But as the period started to wear on more, the second half started to look more like the Bruins and a lot like that Vegas game where the Jackets just didn't have anything. And the Bruins started to take control of it, started getting more shots on net, and Elvis had to make some huge saves. The defensive front of him was doing a good job of blocking shots. But despite the push by the Boston Bruins, Jackets hang on to the 1-0 lead heading into the third period. Come out for the third period, the Jackets start to apply a little bit of pressure, but Boston has some good pushback, and it's more of a back and forth, more open up type of game. About 5 minutes into the period, Gavrikov and Marchand get tied up. Marchand hits Gavrikov in the face, high sticking, delayed penalty, ref arm goes up. Elvis goes to the bench, full speed like he's chasing down Foligno to jump into his arms for a win. And as he's going to the bench, Marchand sees this and just takes his stick out and catches the corner of Elvis's pads and spins Elvis around. And Elvis is like, what the heck was that? Why is that not getting called? That was blatant interference. He touched me. I'm going to the bench. He can't touch me. Puck was halfway up the ice. Marchand should have never touched Elvis. He did that on purpose. Benstrom's was not. But the Bruins end up touching up, and Marchand goes to the box. So the Jackets are on power play. They're moving the puck around really well. And about a minute in, Benstrom was behind the net. Foligno has the puck on the side of the net. And he sends it down to Benstrom. And he starts to curl down so he can switch positions with Benstrom. So Benstrom can be in this his one-time slot. Well, how Foligno curves gives Benstrom a ton of space to do stuff with and take some time. Foligno goes behind the net. Now there's space for him. Benstrom gets Foligno the puck. Foligno uses that space, takes a step to the side of the net, sends out to Stenlund, who's nobody's watching. Stenlund one times it past Halak. Jackets lead 2-0. Stenlund's 4th goal of the year. That was a good little switch play by Foligno and Benstrom. Somehow Foligno ended up in Benstrom's spot and Benstrom ended up in Foligno's. Don't know how that happened. But the communication, Seth Jones was there at the point in case something went wrong. Wennberg was by the net in case Halak makes a save and gives up a rebound. Wennberg's right there and he can pop it in. But the Jackets didn't need that. Stenlund powers it home, and now they have a 2-goal lead. As the period goes on longer and longer, Boston gets more chances, but the Jackets are doing a good job keeping it outside, blocking the dangerous shots, and Elvis is making the saves he has to. A little over 10 minutes into the period, Boston comes up the ice, nice little play. Elvis makes the save, kicks the rebound out. Krejci steps into it, he shoots it, it goes wide, hits the end boards. Riley Nash picks it up, and he takes off up the ice. Enters offensive zone, shoots it, and it beats Halak. Jackets lead 3-1. Riley Nash's 4th goal of the year. It was a big save by Elvis that he had to make, and Bruins were pushing hard, and Elvis locked down the door, and Riley Nash was like, I got it, I'm going to reward you, takes off the ice, and scores. It's weird to be on the other side of a player scoring against his former team. Doesn't happen too often, it's certainly former Jackets scoring on the Jackets. it's different for Riley Nash to be scoring against the Bruins. It's just a nice feeling, and the Jackets lead 3-0. After that, Boston would push. Elvis would lock it down, and they would win 3-0. That was a big win by Elvis, and he's been playing really good recently. He's won 6 of his last 8 starts. The only 2 losses he has are both to the Sharks. So I'm glad the Jackets are done playing them. But the Jackets' next game is against Carolina. That's a huge divisional game. They need those 2 points that cannot go to overtime. The Jackets need to continue doing what they did in this game and just lock down the opponent's offense, allow them to get nothing, Elvis make the saves he has to, and continue riding this streak. Thanks for watching. Click like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. And until next time when the Jackets play the Carolina Hurricanes, I'll see you later.